We're going to do a little bit of yoga today. Standing up, kind of wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, make sure everything's awake and well. You can do this with your shoes on or your shoes off. I'm taking my socks off so that I don't slide. We're going to kind of shake everything out, roll the shoulders back, loosen up the neck. You can shake it no. You can shake your head yes, because you're ready to start. We're going to inhale, lifting up, and then climb the ladder. Lifting one side, lift the other. Breathing in, exhaling out. Might feel a couple hops. Getting the spine nice and warm. And then we'll lift our hands straight up and wiggle your fingers at the top. It's called a volcano. Your feet are the base of the mountain. Your fingers are the volcano exploding at the top. Creates heat. And then take a big breath in. Exhale out. Creating a little more heat with a sun breath. Breathing in. Exhale. One more time. And forward fold. Trace the hands down the legs all the way to the front. Soften the knees and let your body kind of sway side to side. Loosening up the back, the hips. Let the head hang. This is called a rag doll. If a rag doll was carried, it's made out of cloth, so it would sway to and fro. And then hold in the center. I want you to draw little circles on the floor with your fingertips. It's called pebbles in the pond. Like your fingers are reaching into the warm water. They're tracing the edges of the rocks at the bottom. You can reverse the direction if you haven't already. And we'll come to the center, bend the knees, and roll up, tightening the muscles on the back of the legs to help stack the spine. One vertebrae at a time, we stand up. Then roll the shoulders back and down. Shake your head yes. Feeling pretty good. And then adjust your feet. We're going to scoop forward and reach to the sun. So we just kind of extend out the back a little bit, reaching high. And then the hands will come out and down. We're going to let the hands touch the knees. Now from here, I want you to look forward, kind of loosen up the neck a little bit. Straighten out the back. And then we're going to move the spine a little bit, tucking under. Look at the belly button, round the spine. Maybe let the elbows come out a little bit. Tuck the head under. And then push the hips back. Let your body fall through the shoulders and then look as far forward as you can. Maybe even take that bottom lip over your top lip. Bring the elbows in, squeeze the rib cage. Exhale, tucking under. Elbows going out. Now from here, we're going to walk the dog, bend one knee, then the other. The dog would be your feet. The dogs are barking. And then we'll hold, just relax the body and slowly roll up. Let the hands kind of drag up the front of the legs. They push on the quadriceps, increasing blood flow. Shoulders roll back and down, shake your head yes. We're going to do that one more time, scooping forward, reaching forward, and up high to the sky, reaching to the sun. Hands come out and down to the knees. And just kind of lean forward, nice gentle with the back. It's a straight spine. And then we're going to tuck under. Elbows come out. And then elbows come in. We look forward. Push the hips back. Bring your bottom lip over your top lip. And the elbows squeeze the rib cage. Like your shoulder blades are trying to touch one another behind you. And then we'll exhale, dropping back down, elbows coming out. Rounding the spine, and then we're going to walk the dog. Lift one heel, then the other. Feel those feet walking. Lifting one heel, then the other. And then both heels go down. We're going to relax the body, let the hands slide down towards the feet, and then drag the fingertips up the front of the legs. Coming up one vertebrae at a time, shoulders lift to the ears. They push back and down, shake your head yes. And then inhale, lifting out and up high to the sky, fingertips come up. We're gonna lean to the left, that crescent moon. You can have your hands together or apart. We're gonna think of pushing that right heel down into the ground, and then think of pushing that right hip out to the side. Breathing in and exhaling. Lower down the left hand. Turn the right palm up, elbow pulls back. We look up to see the sun, really reaching, feeling that lift of the rib cage off the hips, feeling that stretch under the arm, going out all the way down the side of the body. And then we're gonna stand tall, place your hand on your head. Head falls over to the right side. Wiggle the fingers on the left. And then rotate the arm, turning the palm up and down a couple times. We're going to place the back of the hand on the back of the hip. Take a big breath in and kind of let that hand slide down the back side. You feel that stretch in the neck. We're going to change that stretch just a little bit and look down at your right hip. So you kind of look under your arm, down towards the floor, stretching a little bit more on the trapezius muscle. Another big breath in. Exhale out. And the right hand comes out and down, so both hands come towards the ground. We're going to roll your shoulders, release any tension, wiggle the fingers if you would like. Adjust your feet if there's any tension building. Just go at your own pace, listen to what your body needs. If you don't want to do something or it hurts, just back off, don't do it. Wait till the next pose. We're going to lift back up. And then lean over to the right. Hands can be together or apart, it doesn't matter. Pushing that left heel into the mat. Some people even bring that left heel back a little bit, but we're thinking of pushing the hip out to the side. So feel that stretch on the waistline. Then we're going to turn, lower down your right hand and turn left palm up. Elbow pulls back. And we look up to see the sun, feel the opening of the shoulder, stretching under the arm. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then when you're ready, we'll stand tall, place your hand on your head. Readjusting, wiggle the fingers on the right hand. Turn the palm up and down. And then we'll slowly lift up. And then bring the hand back behind. So we're placing the back of the hands on the back hip. Let the hand kind of slide down and lower the shoulder. So you feel that stretch on the neck as the hand slides down the back side. Breathing in, exhaling out. And we'll look down at the left hip, stretching a little deeper into the trapezius muscles. You might be looking under the arm to the floor. One last big breath in. Exhale, and the left hand comes out and down. Roll the shoulders back. Shake your head yes. We're just readjusting. And then we're going to take your hands out to the sides, up to the sky. We're going to lift the roof off the building, pushing the palms up high. Think of those fingertips kind of pulling back like they have a little bit of weight on them. Now you can hold here, just lifting the roof up, or you might choose to lift the heel up and let it fall down, adding a little lymphatic drainage. Big breath in. Exhale. We'll lower the hands down. Now you should be a little bit warmer than when we started. We're gonna roll the shoulders back and down. Now you can grab water anytime you would like. Just listen to your body. We're gonna hold and be hip distance apart with your feet. Now we're gonna think of the feet being on a railroad track, and the left leg is gonna slide straight back. You can lift the heel up and down a couple times. You can push it into the ground. Front knee is bent. So that back heel is pushing down, back leg is straight. Now, if you can't see your big toe on the front of that foot, walk it forward so it's in front of the knee. Now we're starting with our hands on the knee, and we're gonna take left arm up. You feel that straight line coming from the foot to the hand, the fingertip. Take a couple deep breaths in. We're gonna stretch a little bit more, bring that hand back and down, so a little mobility with the shoulder. Nice and slow, it comes down towards the ground, it touches that back leg. Now your hand can rest anywhere on the leg that feels comfortable. We're gonna lift the front right hand up high to the sky, stretch the fingertips a little higher. Breathing in, exhaling out. One last deep breath in here. Exhale. More relaxed. That front hand slowly down. And when you feel comfortable, we're going to lift up the back hand. Lifting it high to the sky. And then back down to the front knee. Now we're going to practice a warrior 3, lifting up the back heel, the front toe. We start with a rocking horse, getting all the tension off the feet, lifting up the toes, the heels. Once everything is nice and loose, we're going to shift your weight forward. I want you to hold on to the knee with both hands. And then this back foot, you can slide it back a little bit farther if you'd like. You might tap the back toe. What we're doing is engaging all the muscles on the front leg so we can strengthen the knee and the ankle. Now your hand can stay on the leg, or you might bring one hand forward or to the side, whatever you choose. And that toe can be down or up, so you can tap it. It can be high, it can be low. It's wherever you feel comfortable. You can also hold on to a chair. You can also walk your hands down and hold on to a yoga block. So whatever you need for your body in your warrior 3. Toe up, down, hands out or around, or on the knee. Now we're going to slowly lower down, hands come to the knee, foot comes to the floor. We're going to rock back and forth. And then step forward, walk in place. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, shoulders roll back and down. Shake your head yes, because it feels good. Stand hip distance apart again. And we're going to bring just the right leg back, lifting the heel up and down a couple times. And then it pushes into the ground, back behind you. Now look for the toes on the front of that knee. Walk them forward if you need to. We're going to place both hands on the knee to begin with. For our warrior 1, you can stay right here, or you can add on, lifting the right hand up. Reach a little higher to the sky. Feel that stretch, lifting the rib cage. Really straight leg in the back. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then the hand will come back and down. Nice and slow. It might touch that back leg. You can hold on if you'd like. And then we'll lift the front left hand. It comes high to the sky. We reach a little higher. Breathing in, exhaling out. Now you're still pushing with your toes. We'll bring that left hand back down to the front knee, nice and slow. The back arm will lift, coming high to the sky. Taking a breath in and dropping down in front. We're going to hold on to the front knee and rocking horse back and forth. Lift the front heel, the back toe, adjusting for your body. And then shift your weight all the way forward. Bend the knee and tighten the muscles all the way up the leg. My front knee is still a little bit bent here. And we're going to push with the toes, the heels, and if you would like, you can tap that back toe. Toe can be up or down. You can have your hands forward or to the side, on the knee. Some people even walk their hand down towards the ground. They use a yoga block or a chair or whatever you need in your warrior three. So the toe can be up or down. Hands can be forward or out. Just adjusting for your body, tightening around the center, like someone's going to poke you in your stomach, and you would brace yourself so you don't fall over. And then when you're ready, lower that foot back down. If it was even lifted, we'll have to lift it. We're going to rock back and forth. Remember, do what feels best for your body. Release comparisons. Every body is different, so everybody will look different in the poses. We're going to walk in place, get any tension off of the legs. Now from here, we're going to turn your toes out to the side, lifting the hips up and down a couple times. Maybe slide the hands up and down the legs. Now I've been doing a pose for each month today. We're going to lift our hands up. Pose for the month is a temple pose, so you can have a point or a spire of the temple. You might drop the hips down. Now your hands can stay high in the spire, or you can come down heart center with a prayer inside the temple. Just adjusting for what feels good for your body, up or down, it doesn't matter. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly lift up, pushing the heels of the feet down, push the toes, lift the hands, and release out and down. Turn one toe forward, then the other. Place your hands on upper thigh, the hips push back. We slide your hands down just a bit. So they're going to be above the knee to begin with. And I want you to think of a straight spine. So kind of pull the belly button in, push out the crown of the head, stretching as long as you can. Creating some straight lines, the arms, the legs, the torso. Now we're going to shake your head yes. Now if it's more comfortable to have your hands on a chair or on a yoga block, you can do that. Having the hands down towards the ground. I want you to shake your head no, so we're still loosening up any tension that might be building in the neck. And then shake your head yes again, because you're ready to come out of this pose. And we're going to relax the body down a little bit more. So now you can curve the spine if you'd like, and slowly walk your hands up. Tighten the muscles in the back of the legs to help stack your spine one vertebra at a time. And then we'll lift the shoulders to the ears, push back and down, shake your head yes. Should feel pretty good. And then we'll hold. I want you to shift your weight side to side. It's called a penguin pose. You wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Any tension off of the ankles, roll the shoulders back. Penguins are a little wobbly, a little wiggly. And then from here, we're going to keep both feet facing me. And then we're going to turn just your right toe out to the side. Bend and straighten the right knee for a warrior two. As the knee bends, we'll place your hand on that right knee. Bring the knee back so you see that big toe on the inside. Stretching the inner thigh and the inside of the knee. Lift up halfway with the arms. Fingertips push out from the center. Now dig your toes into the mat and then push the heels down a little deeper. Great job. And then we'll turn the head looking over your right shoulder. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And then we'll turn right palm up. It lifts high to the sky as the left hand drops down. You can wiggle the fingers at the top. You can rotate the arm. You can reach a little higher, feeling that stretch up the side of the body. Some people bend their elbow and place their hand on their head. Whatever feels good for you. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And then we'll lift the hand off the head if it's on top. Lower down, right arm. And we'll bend and straighten the knee. Maybe rub the leg, rub the knee if it's bothering you at all. And then we'll hold here with both legs straight for a triangle. We're creating triangles with arms or legs or torso. I want you to place your hands on your hips. Hips go forward and back. You can see some little triangles with the arms. Hips are going to push all the way to the left, and then we're going to kind of lean to the right to where you feel the stretch you need. We're trying to stretch that waistline, push the hips out just a little bit more. Dig the toes into the mat. Hips are really pushing to that left side. Now I want you to look up to the sky or over that left shoulder. If you feel a little wobbly, then I want you to look down at the ground. Push into the mat with the toes. Feel that stretch of the spine on your waistline. Our triangle pose. We'll take one last deep breath in. Exhale out. I want you to push with your toes and then tighten around the middle of the center of your body. You might even touch your rib cage, lifting up. Nice and strong. Bend and straighten the knee. Turn both toes towards me. Walk your feet in. Another penguin pose, wiggling the fingers, the toes, roll the shoulders, shake your head yes. Loosen up any tension. Just breathing in, exhaling out. Now we'll hold here. Turn that left toe out, bend and straighten the left knee. We'll place your hand on the left leg, bring it back. So you see that big toe when you look down on the inside. Lift up halfway, and reach fingertips out from the center. Dig your toes into the mat, and then drop your heels down into the ground. Engaging the hamstrings, they pull on the glutes, lengthen out. And then we're gonna turn your head looking over that left shoulder. And turn the left palm up. Right hand slowly lowers. You can wiggle the fingers and rotate the arm. Now you can hold here, or you might even bend the elbow, placing your hand on top of your head. Whatever feels best. You might even bring the elbow back just a little bit, opening under the arm a little more, opening up the shoulder. When you're ready, we'll lift the hand off the head, if it's there, and then lower the hand all the way down, standing tall. Bend and straighten the knee, might even rub the knee. And then we're going to straighten the legs. Place your hands on your hips for our triangle pose, creating some triangles with our arms and our legs or torso. We're going to push the hips all the way to that right side, and then we'll start to lean to the left. You might even slide your hand down the leg to right above the knee. You can look down at the ground at your toes that are pushing into the mat, or you can look up to the sky. We're trying to feel a stretch on the waistline, so the hips are really pushing to that right side. Breathing in, exhaling out, both legs straight. And your triangle. Triangles, arms, your legs, your torso. Those are the lines. Now you're still going to push with the toes as we take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And then tighten around the rib cage, maybe even touch the ribs. Help you tighten to lift back up tall. Bend and straighten the knee. Turn both toes towards me. Walk the feet in just a little bit, wiggle the toes. Now since it is March, maybe we'll do a frog. That's one of my favorite poses. Take the feet a little wider, turn the toes out. We're going to bend and straighten like a frog. It's going to add a little hop or a jump. We're not jumping though, unless you want it. We're going to inhale, lifting up. And then let the hands come out to the side. Spread the fingers wide. You might be one of those frogs that stick to the car window. You can lower the hips down to wherever it feels comfortable. Bring the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades almost touch behind you. Breathe in. Exhale out. In your frog. One last deep breath in, and we'll slowly lift. Release the hands out and down. Relaxing the body. Turn one toe forward, then the other. Walk your feet in just a little bit. We're going to rock side to side and get ready to go to the floor. We're going to say goodbye to the sun. First, adding some little circles. We're going to lift up halfway and then reverse the circle, go the other way. And lift up all the way to the sky. We're going to say goodbye to the sun, lifting the roof off the building. Lifting the rib cage off the hips. Big breath in. Exhale out. Hands will come out and down. Nice and slow. Trace your hands down the legs as we soften the knees, bending the knees. Going back to the ragdoll at the very beginning. Soften the back, soften the legs. Sway side to side. You can hold in the center and draw those circles on the floor with your fingertips, tracing the pebbles in the pond. And then reverse the direction, going the other way. And we'll soften the knees a little bit more to come to the floor. Fingertips touch the mat. We're going to step back with one foot, then the other, to all fours. Now you might be a downward dog on your hands and your toes, belly button pulling in. You might be a puppy dog on the knees and the hands, hips pushing back. Some people go onto their elbows, whatever feels comfortable. It's a dolphin on the elbows and the toes. We're just melting down to the ground. The knees are going to touch the floor. And then let your head come down to the ground. Going into a child's pose, it is a resting pose to recover. Slow the heart rate, slow the breath. Hands might be forward. They might be out to the side. They might be back by your feet. You choose what you need. Big breath in. And an exhale out. We're going to lift up to all fours, placing your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck the head under, rounding the spine to a cat pose. Kind of arch the back like a cat that's scared or upset. And then we're going to look all the way forward. Bring your bottom lip over your top lip. Shoulders roll back. Shoulder blades almost touch. Then tuck under to the cat. Hips come into the center towards the shoulders. And then the hips slide back as we look forward to the cow. Exhale, tucking under to the cat. Flexion of the spine. Inhale, looking forward to the cow, extension of the spine. And then we'll come to a nice flat back somewhere in between. Pull the belly button to the spine, feel a nice straight line. And then right shoulder comes to the right hip. We look at the right hip. Left shoulder to the left hip, looking at the left hip. Wagging the tail of the cat side to side. And then we'll come to the center. I want you to come onto your elbows. If your knees are bothering you, I want you to lift up one knee, lift up the other. It's called a yoga knee march. You could even place a pillow or a folded blanket underneath the knees just to give them extra cushion if they ever bother you. Now we're going to dig your toes into the mat, back behind. Going into a child's prayer, I want you to stretch the toes, stretch the arch of the foot. Unless that's bothering you, you get a cramp, just flatten the feet. Now we're going to walk the elbows forward. We have a prayer hand. It's called a child's prayer because we're your weight back, pose, and then bring the hands behind your head. Feeling that stretch in the back of the arms, under the arm, triceps, maybe a little bit of the biceps, a little bit of the deltoid lengthening. You're going to feel the stretch underneath your scapula maybe. Depending on what's tight on your body, it'll speak to you. Lower the hands down, nice and slow. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to lift up to all fours, lean to the side, and bring your feet around to the front. Shaking out any tension. Point and flex the feet. Now we're gonna roll the shoulders back a couple times. Maybe even take the elbows out. Like you're rowing a boat. And we're gonna bend your left knee. Cross that left foot over if you would like, or leave it next door, whatever you want. And we'll bring left hand behind you as the right hand touches the left knee. Turn your torso, your shoulders, your neck, look to the back wall. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then we'll slowly come back forward, placing one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot to cradle the baby, to rock it side to side. Then we'll place this foot on the floor, readjust your hips. We'll hold here, maybe leaning in towards the knee. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. This is a half butterfly. Just opening the hips as needed. You might even look up to the sky. Feel that rotation of the rib cage just a little bit. And then both hands will slowly come to the front. We'll melt down the middle. Maybe rock side to side, readjust your hips. We're going to start pulling the toes on that right foot back. Walk your hands to the right leg. Slowly walk the hands up the leg and look up to the sky. And then lean forward, melting to the front. Adjust the hands to wherever it's comfortable. We're looking up to the sky to feel a little bit more of a stretch behind the knee. Maybe even in the neck. And then we'll bring your right hand back behind you. It slides and we look to the back wall. Breathing in. Exhaling out. We'll come back forward nice and slow. Back to the center and lift straight back up. We're going to bring that knee in. Shake out any tension. Point and flex the feet. We're going to shift to that right leg. Cross the right foot over if you'd like, or leave it next door. It's just for reference. Left hand comes forward. Right hand will come back behind you. Turning the torso, the shoulders, the neck. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And we'll slowly come back around when you're ready. Both hands on the legs. They can slide to the foot, whatever you would like as we cradle and rock the baby. Now, if you ever want to just place that foot on the straight leg and give your arms a rest, your hands can just hang out behind you. Adjust for what you need. We'll place this foot gently on the floor. Adjust your hips so you're on your sit bones once again. And then we'll lean into that right hip with that right leg with the elbow. Now you might look up to the sky, breathing in, exhaling out. And then slowly melt both hands forward to the front. And then we walk to the left side, point and flex the foot. The left toe is going to pull back towards your nose. Walk your hands up to the hip. Look up to the sky, lift the chin, feel it stretch in the neck as we forward fold. Left hand is slowly going to come back behind you. I'm going to look over the shoulder, the back wall if you'd like. And when you're ready, slowly come back forward, all the way to the center. Lifting back up. We're going to extend out both legs, shake out any tension, point and flex the feet. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Now this is your butterfly. It does not matter where the feet are. They don't even have to touch. We're just stretching the inside of the leg. And then we're going to do a little stretch on your back, tucking under, looking at your belly button, kind of rounding the spine. I'll sit sideways so you can see me. Kind of arch the back. And then I want you to look forward, look to the sky, feel the spine lengthen as the chin lifts. And then exhale, looking back and down, looking in at the belly button. And then look up to the sky, lengthening the spine. One more time. Pushing back, breathing in. Looking at the ground or the belly. And then look back up to the sky. And then relax somewhere in the middle. Hands on the knees. Bring the knees to the center and we're going to lean to the side to roll like a ball onto our back. Or you can just lean straight back and roll back and forth a couple times, massaging the spine. Whatever you would like. And eventually we're all the way on your back. Hands can be anywhere on the legs. And we're going to draw little circles. Circles on the ceiling. The knees. And then reverse the circle. Go the other way. We're kind of massaging out the lower back. The spine right between the hip bones. Those muscles on the back of the hip. And then we're going to place your feet on the floor for a bridge. Now I want you to push your belly button into the mat to begin with. And once it's pushing down, then I want you to lift the tailbone up and then push with your feet a little bit higher. Now, if you'd like to have the extra help of the hands on the hips, that's fine. Or you can leave your hands down. Some people hold on to the heels of their feet, but I say just relax the arms. Feel the stretch. Push the hips high. You're strengthening your ankles and your knees as you're pushing into the mat with the toes. You're also allowing gravity to shift your weight down, getting fresh oxygen to the brain, and then creating space between the organs. Breathing in and exhaling. Now we're going to lift the heels off the mat if you'd like. Think of your shoulders and roll down from the shoulders. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Let the tailbone touch, and then your knees can sway side to side. One side and then to the other. This is a low knee sway. So low spinal twist. We're going to hold with the knees to the right. Now you can hold right there, or you might place that right foot on top of the left knee. You choose what you would like. It can stay on the floor. It does not matter. If the right foot's on top, let's place it on the floor. And let the knees sway once more, side to side. And then we're going to allow your legs to fall to the left. If you'd like, you can place the left foot on top of the right knee. Or it can be on the floor. It does not matter. Just be gentle with the body. We'll take one last big breath in. And if If the foot's on top, let's bring it to the floor. Let the knees sway side to side once more. And then from here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze, a gentle hug. Rock side to side. Then lengthen your feet towards the sky. Hands hold on to the legs. Point and flex the feet. Feel that stretch in the heel as the toes come towards your nose. Feel that stretch behind the knee, maybe even down into your hamstring. Hands wherever it feels comfortable. We lift the roof off the building with our feet. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. And rock side to side. And then we'll straighten them out again and let them fall to each side. Now this is a joyful, happy baby. Your legs can be bent or straight. You can kick your feet. It's called a silly baby. Some people even place their hands on the bottoms of their feet and push them down into the ground in your joyful, happy baby. Now we're going to bring the knees back to the center. Give them a little squeeze, a gentle hug. Place your feet on the floor. Preparing for our corpse pose, we'll lengthen the toes to one side of the room. Your fingertips to the other side of the room, stretching, growing a little longer, a little taller. And then bring your hands down next to your legs. We're going to roll your shoulders back and down, flex your feet, make a fist with the hands, and tighten all the muscles in the body. Tighten, tighten, squeeze, and release. Feeling the difference of the relaxed body. Now this is your corpse pose. It's used for rest and relaxation. So close your eyes, clear your mind, let your body be at peace in Shavasana. You might do a little body scan here. I want you to think of your toes. Think of your left toe as you inhale. And think of your right toe. You might feel a little bit of warmth or a tingling sensation. Acknowledge this sensation without labeling it. Neither good nor bad, just what it is. Inhale. Think of the entire foot. You have your right foot. You have your left foot. We're going to scan your body all the way up to the knee. It might be a little tight. It might be talking to you. Or it might be tired and asleep. Taking another deep breath in, scanning all the way up the entire leg, up the thigh to the hip. Exhaling out any tension that might be building. Acknowledging what you feel. And exhaling, coming up from the hip to the belly. Center the core of the body. You might be feeling a sensation in your back, or nothing at all. Scanning all the way up to the shoulders. Breathing in. Exhaling the air down the arm to the elbow. Another breath in to the wrist, the fingers, and the hand. Nice deep breath in. And we exhale the air up the arm again to the shoulders. And then into the neck, acknowledging what you feel. Warm. And coming into the face, the cheeks, the ears, the eyebrows. Exhaling, letting the body relax. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Exhaling all the air. Keeping the eyes closed, we take a deep breath in. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. If you choose, you can slowly roll on to your right side or stay where you're at. Taking a nice deep breath in. We're going to exhale out. Wiggle the fingers and the toes again. And slowly let the eyes flutter open. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly walk yourself up gently to an easy sit position. It might be with your legs crossed. It might be with your legs straight. It's whatever feels best for you. And draw a little circular motion, loosening up the back. Awakening the spine. And then reversing the direction, going the other way. We'll come to the center and lift the shoulders to the ears, roll them back and down. Big breath in. Exhale out. Let the hands fall to the sides. And then inhale, lift up to the sky. I'm going to come down, heart center, a little pressure with the palms. Let the shoulders relax down towards the ground. The fingertips touch and then tuck under, stretching the back of the wrist. Might shake your head yes. Might shake your head no. And shake your head yes again. You're going to take all that relaxation with you through the night. Inhale, lifting up. Hands will go out and down. Take a deep breath. Inhale for the body. Exhale out, releasing toxins. Inhale for the mind. Inhale for the spirit. Bring your hands heart center. Little pressure with the palm. And namaste. And thank you for joining me today. If you want to practice getting on and off the floor with me, you can. We're going to kind of lean to the side and bend the knees. We're going to shift your weight till you come to all fours on your hands and your knees. Do a little knee march. Lifting up one knee, lift up the other. And then when you're ready, we'll have one foot come out to the side and your hand touches the knee. The foot that's still on the ground, I want it to push into the mat And we're going to begin to straighten up that leg. You're going to rock back and forth in your rocking horse. You might walk both hands up the leg. Gently coming to a standing position and then walking in place. And that's our class for today.